Good morning, dear students. If you cannot be the highway, then be a trail. If you cannot be the sun, then be a star. It is on by size. You win or you fail, but be the best at whatever you are. Welcome to Virtual Class. Dear students, it's me, your one science instructor Sajina Parazuli of Janakallan Secondary School. Today, I am here to discuss about the science subject of grade 8. I hope you all have this book. So, all of you take out it in front of you and be ready for the class. Our topic is measurement. Before entering to our topic, remember one thing. Learning is the measurement of knowledge before and after. Did you getting me? Okay, measurement. What did you see in the slide? Look there. Thermometer. Very good. What did we use it to? We use it for measuring our body temperature. Right. I have thermometer. Look here. It is digital thermometer and it is clinical thermometer. It measures our body temperature in degree Fahrenheit, whereas clinical thermometer measures our body temperature in degree centigrade. Similarly, have you ever used it? Wow, great. For what purpose? Measuring your height. Very good. Do you know its name? Measuring tape. Very good. It is measuring tape. We use it for measuring length or height of any object. Look here. I measures its length from one point to another. Its length is 27.4 inch. Now, next one is, oh, it's new to you. It's okay. I will be telling about it. It is an ammeter. It measures the amount of electric current. It is used in lab. Okay, dear students. Now, next one is watch. I hope you all know about it. For what purpose it is used? It is used to measure time, right? Okay, and next one is pen balance. For what purpose it is used? To measure the mass of an object, right? Look here. I will show you one thing. Look here. It is standard mass and it is unknown physical quantity. Now I am measuring its mass by putting in one side of pen. Look here. Does it get balanced? Yes. It means we use pen balance for comparing its mass. Now next one is cup. Yeah, it is cup, but it is measuring cup. It is used to measure the quantity of liquid material. Look here. I have a pomegranate juice. If I pour it into the measuring cylinder, then I will find its quantity. Look here, I am pouring it. Now we can measure its quantity. It is 150 milliliter. Similarly, next one is pressure meter. Have you ever been to the medical? Yeah. For what purpose? For measuring your blood pressure, right? Very good. So, let's move towards our main topic. What is measurement? Can you say me what is measurement? Okay. Measurement. Say me. Finding exact value. Very good. Finding exact value. Next. Comparing unknown quantity. Very good. Comparing unknown quantity. Very good. Yes. Measurement. Measurement is the process of comparing unknown physical quantity with known standard quantity, or we can illustrate measurement as the process of finding exact value by using the known standard device or instrument. Look here, I will show you one demonstration. Okay, what is this book? Do you know its length? Till now you don't know, right? Now I am using the scale for measuring its length. Look here, what is its length? Its length is 23.8 centimeter. You can do demonstration at your home too. Similarly, it is the same quantity and I can measure its what? Mass too. I can measure its weight too. Now there are two types of measurement. They are physical quantity and non-physical quantity. Now let's discuss about physical quantity. Physical quantity are those quantity which can be measured and expressed in mathematical form. It means that we can express the physical quantity in numerical form. It has its exact value. Are you getting me? Yes, for example, look, length, mass, time, etc. If you move to the market and ask for shopkeeper for having a kg of sugar, then what will you add? If you ask for shopkeeper, give me one sugar, it will be okay? No, you ask for shopkeeper for 1 kg, right? Yes, it means you are measuring the mass of that object, right? So these are physical quantity. Look here, there are some devices which is used to measure length, mass. And now let's move to non-physical quantity. Non-physical quantity are those quantity which can be measured and expressed in mathematical form. It means that we cannot measure the non-physical quantity in mathematical form. It does not have its numerical value. We can only feel it. For example, love, emotions, feelings, sadness, desires, willingness, right? Yes. If I ask you, how much love do you do to your parents? Then what will you say? I love 56 kilogram. Will it be? No. We can't express in numerical form. We can only feel it. We can only have the attachment, right? Okay. Look here. There are some expressions which shows the non-physical quantity. We can measure in mathematical form. Feeling of good, happy, scared, nervous, frustrated, and many more. Now, next one is types of physical quantities. What are its types? Do you know? Okay, there are two types of physical quantity. They are fundamental physical quantity and derived physical quantity. We can tell the fundamental physical quantity as the basic physical quantity. It means they are the base of physical quantity, and derived physical quantity. They have been derived from fundamental physical quantity. Now, fundamental physical quantity and derived physical quantity comparisons. What are fundamental physical quantities? Those physical quantity which does not depend upon other physical quantity is known as fundamental physical quantity. It means that fundamental physical quantity have its own value, have its own identity. It do not depend upon other, right? And similarly, derived physical quantity are those physical quantity which depend upon other physical quantity for its existence, right? It depend on fundamental physical quantity. It depend on fundamental physical quantity. If fundamental physical quantity do not collaborate, then there won't be existence of derived physical quantity. It do not have its own identity since it has been derived from fundamental physical quantity. So, fundamental physical have their own identity, but derived physical quantity do not have their own identity. For fundamental physical quantities are length, mass, time, temperature, luminous intensity, electric current, amount of substance. Did you get it? Very good. Now, derived physical quantity, what are they? They are force, area, volume, acceleration, pressure, work, energy, power, etc. How do we calculate the area? How? Look here, it is your book, it is in rectangular shape, right? I hope you know the formula to calculate the rectangular object. What is it? Very good. Length into breadth. It is length, it is breadth, right? Length into breadth. It means area is dependent on fundamental physical quantity, length and breadth. Did you get it? Very good. Now, moreover, let's collaborate the new topic, unit. It's a small topic of measurement. Unit. What is unit? The fixed quantity or standard used for measurement of physical quantity is called unit. It means it has its own unit. I have already given you example of 5 kg mass. 5 is the magnitude, how much you want, and kg is the unit. Similarly, 50 meter long, it means 50 is the magnitude of physical quantity and meter is the unit of length. Did you get me? Very good. Now, what are types of unit? What are its type? Fundamental unit and derived unit. Before discussing about fundamental unit and derived unit, let's discuss about SI unit. SI unit, it is the unit which is accepted all over the world. It is accepted all over the world, not only in Nepal, not only in Japan, not only in America, all over the world. And its full form is System International the Unit. Did you get me? We use SI unit during the measurements. Now let's see the comparison between fundamental unit and derived unit. What is fundamental unit then? Those units which do not depend upon other unit of physical quantity are called fundamental unit. We can say it as the unit of fundamental physical quantity too. Yes, because it is the unit of fundamental physical quantity. Similarly, derived unit, those units which depend upon other unit of physical quantity are called derived unit. It means that it has been derived from other unit. It has been derived from fundamental unit. We can also illustrate it as the unit of derived physical quantity. And look here, fundamental unit, it is independent unit because it do not depend upon other unit. It has its own identity, one value. Similarly, derived unit, it is dependent on other unit. For example of the fundamental unit, meter, kilogram, second. Which physical quantities unit is meter? Length, very good. And kilogram? Mass, yes. So, second is the SI unit of what? Time, yes. Similarly, derived unit, Newton, meter per second square, Pascal, these are the unit of derived unit. Newton is the unit of force, meter per second square, acceleration. The force is what, derived quantity or not? Yes, force is derived quantity and its unit is Newton. Acceleration is derived quantity and its unit is meter per second square. Did you get me? Very good. Now I have some derived quantities over here. Look here, area. How do we calculate its area? If it is rectangular object, okay? The area can be calculated by using formula length into breadth. And what is its unit? Meter square. Volume, length into breadth into height. And its unit is meter cube. Velocity, displacement upon time taken. Displacement means distance in a particular direction. Right? So its unit is meter per second. Similarly, acceleration, changing velocity upon time taken. Changing velocity means we need to have the two velocities, one initial velocity and one final velocity. Right? Changing velocity, how much velocity has been changed. So its unit is meter per second square. Similarly, force, its formula is mass into acceleration. If we have certain mass and it accelerates for a certain distance, then we can calculate its force. Its unit is Newton. Similarly, pressure. Pressure, its formula is force upon area and its unit is Pascal. Now there are some fundamental quantities with its unit. I have already said you that there are altogether only 7 fundamental units discovered till date. So, length, its SI unit is meter, mass, kilogram, time, second, temperature, Kelvin, electric current, ampere, luminous intensity, candela, and amount of matter, mole. You need to remember it. Okay? So, let's move to the importance of measurement. I hope you have already understood what is measurement. So, you might have already guessed what are its importance. Yes, it is important in our daily life. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are following the rule of measurement. We are using the measurements. Right? So, it is important for scientific experiments. If we do the experiment in our science lab, we use a certain amount, right? So it is important. And similarly, we use the medicines. Do you use medicines without doctor prescriptions? No, we use the medicines with the prescriptions of doctor. So it is important in medical field too. Useful in our daily activities. It is useful in our daily activities. Do you ever cook food? Very good. Then how much salt do you use while cooking curry? You just estimate that. Yes, you estimate the amount of curry. You estimate the amount of salt, how much it should be pour over there. So it is useful in our daily activities too. Then, have you ever been to the market or not? Yes, you have been to the market. And what are they being there for? They are there for their own business. Yes or no? So, it is important in the business too. I hope you understood till here. What is measurement? What is the types of measurement? What are the types of physical quantity? And what are the importance of measurement? Okay, this much for today. Before leaving this class, let me tell you one thing. Attempts from inner core of heart is only leading you to the desired destination of life. Okay, dear students. Bye bye. Have a nice time.